Hello and welcome to Russ Plays Games. My name is Russ, and today we're continuing to play Chrono Trigger. This is going to be episode number 3 in my new Let's Play series of Chrono Trigger. And when we left off last, well, we were stranded in the year 600 AD. We found that we traveled backwards through time from the Millennial Fair. So we ended up, Lean Square was right here. And now there's this place called Truce Canyon. And so what happened was we kind of walked around and talked to people. We found out from this residence that we were in the year 400 AD. Or 600 AD, sorry. We traveled 400 years in the past. And Zinnan Bridge has been destroyed. So if we come over here, we can talk to this guy. He says, the bridge being fixed because Magus's army trashed it. But until Sir Cyrus returns, we'll fight Magus's army tooth and nail. Well, who's Sir Cyrus? Well, we'll be learning about him in a little while. Now there's a cathedral over here. We can walk in and talk to them. See some nuns in here. We want nothing but world peace. We're a piece of the world. Teehee. You might like to stick around for the organ recital. It's a real killer. People wouldn't know what to do with themselves in a truly peaceful world. My, what delicious, delightful-looking humans. Oh dear, it looks like you could use some food and a place to rest. Well, there's not much we can do here at the moment, so we're gonna go ahead and leave. The only place we haven't explored yet is the only place we haven't been to. So, just like before, we have Guardia Forest. Does this look familiar? Uh-oh. Monsters! That's alright. I'll use my handy-dandy cyclone technique. That guy kicked a rock on me. Little punk. Now you see what having the iron blade does for you. It's actually really nice. And we found another power tab. Look at that. Man, we're getting power tabs right and left. Now, whatever you do is, there's this little glowy thingy down here by this rock. If you touch that, a bunch of little rollies come up and you have to fight them. If you walk too far out over here, you fight some enemies. Now notice this little bush right here that's moving around, and there's like these 3 little arrows leading up to it. If you talk to this bush, the monster dropped the shelter. This is an absolutely refillable item. You can get 99 shelters here if you wish. You just have to exit back out, come back in, and get a shelter. You can get infinite shelters here for the rest of the game. Anytime you play this game, in any version, you can play the PlayStation version, the Super Nintendo version, which is the one I'm playing, or you can play the DS version, and every single version has this bush which has a shelter in it. Okay? So it's right here in the middle of the Guardia Forest. Okay? Now, that bush is a monster. And there's some monsters down over here, too. Okay? So if you don't want to fight, you just have to hug the trees as much as possible. Now, if we come down over here, towards the end, it says dead end ahead. And there's literally a dead end. And sealed with a mysterious energy. It's another one of those boxes. Keep that in mind for later, viewers, because we'll be coming back here much later in the game. Okay? Now, I know I didn't show off many of the monsters in there, but I'm not doing that. I'm doing that for a reason, okay? And I'm just saving. I always do that. It's a habit. Halt! Who goes there? Check out that hair. Where are you from, son? Are you one of Magus's troopers? Hardly. This kid would never made the cut. Show us your stamp collection, son. Har har, now beat it, shrimp. Stop that at once. Queen, lead. Show your manners. This is a friend of mine. But there's something odd about him. You refuse to obey my orders? Forgive me, my lady. Please enter, sir. Giggle. Sorry, I'm not going to do a laugh like that. Please pardon us. We revere our queen's guests. I envy you, whom the queen calls friend. Alright, so now that we have free reign of the castle, we didn't get thrown out like last time. So now, oh, and one of the things that and I think I mentioned it in the first episode of my Let's Play of Chrono Trigger here, is the expression on these sprites is so amazing. Like, she actually, like, turned her head individually. For Super Nintendo, that was amazing. Like, those graphics, I mean, these graphics still hold up today.
Knight's quarters is downstairs. Go downstairs if you want to rest.
So if we run down the stairs here, you'll notice that we have these knights. We have this guy here. Magus's troops are strangely quiet. Something's about to happen. Oh, that guy's injured. He's like, see, talk to this guy.
Oh, if only Sir Cyrus were here. You've heard of him, haven't you? No. You don't know of Sir Cyrus? From which land do you come? Or are you simply a fool? Oh, if only Sir Cyrus were here. If he were here, this whole mess with the Queen never would have happened. Long ago, a beast called Yakra lurked in the western forest. But after the cathedral was built, Yakra disappeared. We're thankful for that.
He disappeared after the cathedral was built. Think it scared him off? Zenan Bridge is our last line of defense. We must guard it with our lives. So you're the one who helped the Queen. Talk to the maid if you need rest. Sir Cyrus was the commander of the knights. His mission was to protect the king and queen. He and a friend left on a journey 10 years ago. No one has heard from them since.
What a relief, the Queen's been found. Now we can concentrate on the war.
Have you figured it out yet, viewers? Take a snooze? Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, we're kind of weak anyway, so we're going to go ahead and do it. Alright. Let's go back up here. Keep an eye on the time. Alright, so we're going to run to the other side of the castle. I think I have time to make it through the dungeon today. It might be a little bit longer, because I think I am going to run through the entire dungeon today. The dining room's below.
The chef's got a nasty temper, so don't get in his way.
Alrighty, so, if you come over here and you talk to these people, Magus's troops had better watch out for us. The chef's food is great. I give it 3 stars.
This dining room is for us soldiers. Feel free to grab a bite.
Now, what's funny is you see this guy laying up over here. If you talk to him,
I'm hungry.
Here comes it. Here's your food. All right. This is great. Now, each one of these guys has one of the different meals that you can actually purchase, or, well, not purchase, but actually get here. So if you talk to this person, she goes, hungry? Sit down at the upper left corner of the table. So if we come up here, and we click A, the maid comes up. What will you have? There's the refresher salad, there's the power stew, and there's the hyper kebab. Now, the refresh salad, I think, like, refreshes your magic points. It's been a long time since I've done this. Because usually what I choose is the third option. The power stew, I think the refresh salad restores your magic points. Power stew restores your hit points, and the hyper kebab restores everything. So, like, this is funny. Here you go. HP MP recovered. So yeah, come over here, you can grab an ether. Ethers refill your magic points. So you save the queen. Okay, and if you come over here and talk to this gal, she goes, this place is a mini war zone. Here's the chef.
This is no place for kids. Wait, maybe you know. What's this ice cream stuff that Queen Lean wants so badly?
Oh, wow. So, in 600, they didn't have that.
Where's supper?
Oh, Captain, I'm sorry.
We're fighting a war out there. Can't you keep us fed?
What are you fussing about? You're not the only one who's fighting out there.
Hey, I don't have time for this. Just feed my men, okay?
Shut your trap. I'll decide who's going to get fed and when. Have you figured out that relationship yet?
The night captain is normally very kind. The chef just rubs him the wrong way. The night captain is trying hard to fill the shoes of his predecessor, Sir Cyrus, commander of the knights.
The chef's stubborn, but he's a good man. My husband chose this life because he's a pacifist. That fool, he thinks he's the boss. Have you figured out that familial relation yet, people? Those two are brothers. You've heard the expression sibling rivalry, right? There it is, folks. They are siblings. Alright, so we are going to come up.
King Guardia the 21st is in the throne room. Mind your manners.
I will.
Sir, I understand that you are the one who saved my dear wife, the Queen. Can you tell me what happened? Lean's acting rather odd. She seems to have lost her coral pin, which is something she guarded with her life. Forgive me, you must be tired. We can talk about this later. Please rest in the night quarters, downstairs to the left. King's room is upstairs. The night quarters are downstairs to the left.
We can actually get some items if we head up here. There's a treasure chest. Found 100 gil. I'm going to call it gil, because that's what we used to call it. Oh, and there's one of those little boxes right there. I'm not going to do that little seal with the mysterious energy every single time.
What do you want? Get out of my face!
Wow, what a jerk.
Just between us, the Chancellor's been acting very strange lately. He's been sneaking out at night. Speaking of nutcases, I haven't seen that Queen's God, that frog thing, recently. But a spell turned him into a frog. Do you believe that? I think he's a spy.
Well, we'll talk about that later. People say the Chancellor's gone crazy, but I don't believe it. The Chancellor's a decent man. Why, he goes to the cathedral every day. So, Yacker disappeared in the cathedral to the west. Got one bronze mail. Ooh, nice. I think I already have. Nope, I don't. Okay, bronze mail is going to up that, and I've got a karate gi for someone else. Alright. So, the Chancellor goes... He's been acting very odd. He's been sneaking out at night. He goes to the cathedral every day. And some dude named Yakura, some monster, disappeared when the cathedral was built. You putting this together, folks? Because I think this is going to be something crazy here. Alright. So this one's probably going to be a little bit... Well, it might be... I think I'll just go long today. So, I think what I'm going to do is, I'm going to finish up here in the castle, and then we're going to head over to the dungeon.
The Queen seems to be waiting for you upstairs in her room.
Oh, really? Nice. Queen likes us. Got one tonic. Alright.
The Queen awaits.
That's actually pretty darn cool. I think it kind of backs up and walks out. Alright, let's talk to this person. The Queen married into the family 10 years ago. She still looks so youthful. In fact, she looks even younger now than on her wedding day. You saved our Queen? You don't look that tough. Oh, don't make me whip out my sword, bitch. Got one ether. Alright. Talk to the Queen. Ah, there you are. Please leave us. I need to talk to this individual. Certainly, Your Highness. Come nearer, sir. Hehe. Fooled you, didn't I, Chrono? It's me, but everyone calls me Lean. I'm so relieved you're here. We barely know each other, but somehow I knew you'd come for me. Chrono? Uh-oh. Something's wrong. What's happening? It feels like I'm being torn apart. Help me, Chrono. I'm scared. Please, Chrono, help me. Oops. I didn't do anything. I didn't do nothing. Didn't do nothing. Did you notice anything odd about the Queen? Now you can say yes or no, and you know the answer depends on everything. Say yes, just as I thought. She claims she's not mean. There's something different about her. Don't mention this to anyone. Has she dismissed you already? You were polite, of course. You didn't do anything funny, did you? Say, of course not, or, well, yes. Ooh, we can't let this juicy tidbit out of the castle. I grow so tired of the gossip around here. Me too, man. That's one of the quirky things about this game is you can do funny stuff like that. Alright, so let's go back down here. Chrono! You're okay. Did you find the girl? Gone? What do you mean she's gone? It's just as I thought. I knew I recognized her. And this looks identical to the castle in our time. I'll bet they mistook that girl for her ancestor. You see, she's a member of the royal family in our time. She's Princess Nadia. Marl, that is Princess Nadia, is a descendant of Queen Lean. Queen Lean has been kidnapped. As I recall, someone was supposed to have saved her, but history's been changed. Marl looks so much like Lean that they probably called off their search when she appeared here. But if the real queen is killed... Time paradox. Don't you love time travel stories? Marl will simply disappear. There might still be time. If we can save Lean, history as we know it should remain unchanged. Oh, you little blue imp, we're gonna beat you down. Something must have happened to the Queen in this era. As a result, Princess Nadia ceases to exist. Hurry, we have to find the real Queen. Don't worry, Your Highness. We'll get your queen. We'll get your honey back. Alright, now before we go anywhere, we are going to give Luca a bronze helm and a karate gi. So, Luca starts off at level 2, and so she has this neat accessory called the sight scope. Now what I might do is, I might take the sight scope off and give her the bandana, just because it ups her speed a little bit. What the sight scope does is it basically is, if you've ever played Final Fantasy II, which was 4 on the Super Nintendo, the sight scope is basically like the sight spell in battle, or the peep spell in battle, where it basically shows the enemy's hit points. I already know the enemy's hit points. I don't necessarily need to have that equipped, and I'd rather have the speed boost right now. So, as you can see, Luca uses a gun, the air gun. So, that's why I said that dart gun. We would have somebody that would get that in a little bit, because now we have Luca. Okay, so what I'm going to do is come down here into the forest, and we're going to fight some battles. Because we kind of need to build up Luca here a little bit. She definitely is kind of underpowered for what we need for this next section. So let's just kind of build her up a little bit. So I think what I might do is pause the video, and then I'll come right back, and you will have seen, and then she will be at the level that I need her to be. So I will be right back. And we're back. So as you can see, Chrono gained one more level, and he is 57 points away from gaining another one. And Luca, I went ahead and bought a dart gun for her. So you can see that her attack is now up to 10. And I gave her one extra level. And then she only has 37 experience points to the next level. So now that we're done with that, we are going to head back in. And since we've already kind of talked to everybody in here, I'm just going to talk to this gal. Oh dear, it looks like you could use some food and a place to rest. Now, you see this little shiny thing? What did you find? A hairpin. That's Guardia's royal crest! Alrighty, so we have kind of a fight for our lives here. Okay. So, oh, come on! They do that! Ugh! Set me off. They've been doing that. It's kind of pissing me off. Alright, so I'm gonna show off as soon as we actually get done with this here. I'm gonna show off the dual tech flame whirl. So this is a dual tech. This actually has two people, and they just attack each of, they just attack each of those things. And so, yeah, both of them use magic points with the dual tech. So I'll explain that here in a second once we're done killing this thing. Darn Naga Ed. Got 32 experience points, 4 tech points, 320 gold. Phew, that was close. Lower thine guard, and thou art allowing the enemy in. Thou art here to save the queen. The lair is deep within. Will thee accompany me? A frog? Chrono, it's a talking frog! I hate frogs! My guise doth not incur thy trust. Very well, do as thee please, but I shall save the queen. Well, wait. You don't seem like a bad person, frog thing. I mean, Chrono, what should we do? Go with the frog. I'll just have to handle it. I mean, deal with him. What's your name? We'll just call him Frog. Frog will do. Alright, nice to meet you, Frog. Mayhap a hidden door lurks nigh. Let us search the environs. Remember when that one said, stick around for the organ recital, it's a real killer? Alright, so, we have a new party member! Frog! He is level 5. He has the bronze edge, the bronze helm, the bronze mail, and a power glove. Just like I do. So, Frog uses swords just like Chrono, but his swords are a little bit different. So, some swords you'll be able to equip to Chrono, some of them you'll be able to equip to Frog. So yeah, he's one of my favorite characters in this whole entire game. He's pretty darn cool. So you can see he's level 5. So as to the double tech, so let's look at the double tech. So as you can see, the flame whirl attack, okay, uses Luca's flame toss, okay, which uses one magic point. Okay, and Chrono Cyclone, which uses 2 magic points. So as long as Chrono has 2 magic points and Luca has 1 magic point, you can do the dual tech Flame Whirl, and as long as they're in the same party. Okay. Now, Frog starts with his first level 1, and he gets 15 points to the next one, which is Slurp Cut, which his grabs onto the enemy with his tongue, he pulls them next to him, and he slashes it. And so you'll need that to be able to perform a dual tech that we will get a little bit later. Okay, so now that we know 25 and 5, okay, so now that we know, let's head on in there. Oh, I love this song. We should probably fight these guys, only because we need the experience points. Oh, come on! 49 HP. Oh, are you kidding me? That sucks. Oh, and she hit him for 40 on a critical. That's awesome. Ow! He just roundhoused me to the face! Oh, man, she just took the butt of her gun and just, like, slapped him alongside the head for that. That is awesome. So one of the things that you'll note about the people that have ranged weapons, if you're standing too close to an enemy, you will actually, like, deal them damage, like that. They will actually, I'm going to grab a couple of tonics here. Alright. So what'll happen is, so here's the organize. So you can see that everything is now organized by, like, what's useful. So, like, your tonics, your ethers, your heals, your revives, your shelters will all be up at the top. And then the power tab is down here. The pendant, which is a key item, is at the bottom. And then you have all of your weapons and armor and all that kind of stuff. So that's what the organize button does. So yeah, getting back to what I was saying about, like, Luca, she has a dart gun, so she has an actual gun. And so if she's too close to an enemy, instead of shooting them at point-blank range, she will just whack them with the butt of her gun. And the same thing will happen because Marl has a crossbow, and so when she fights, she will actually smack the people with her crossbow. So, that's just kind of how it works. So let's go ahead and fight some more of these guys. Let's see if we can draw that other guy in a little bit here. There we go. Now I can hit both of them. This should make the battle go a lot easier. Alrighty. That works. Okay. My goal is to get Slurp Cut before I face the boss. Alright, let's go. Steel Saber. This is actually a really good weapon for Frog. Oh wait, no it's not. It's for me. Durr! Don't mind me, I'm not thinking straight. This one's for me! The Steel Saber. We will get another weapon for Frog in this dungeon. I thought that was the one. My bad. Okay, so now you'll see right up here, if you touch that switch, these spikes turn off. Now, if you walk in here, you'll find these guys. You're humans? They're hiding the queen in the back. Please rescue her. Inside this building, there's a room dedicated to Magus. Heard something about a treasure there. And got another power tab. Alrighty. If you walk in here, you see 3 treasure chests, a maiden suit, a tonic, and an ether. Now the maiden suit is going to be, well, for maidens. Duh! So Luca's going to equip that, and now her defense is up to 34. She's doing pretty goddamn good right now. Alright. Now, one of the things that you'll notice if you walk around here, if you kind of touch some of these things. If you go up to this drawer, usually there's a little thing on this drawer right here. Found the secret Naga-et bromide. Now, before I go any further, if you know what a bromide is, so those things that we fought just at the beginning of this dungeon, right before we came into it, the nuns, that's a Naga-et. A bromide is a sexy picture. This is a sexy picture of a Naga-et. It doesn't do anything.
Hey everyone, humans!
They're after the bromide.
Get them!
I guess these guys like the Naga-et bromide because they're willing to die for it. These guys only have like 48 hit points or something like that, but they have a really tough defense. Like, they are pretty beefy. Oh, wait a minute. Flame whirl them. That should kill them.
When in doubt, flame whirl the heck out of them.
If their physical defense is too high, try magic. Alright, so actually, I don't even think the Naga-et bromide shows up in your inventory. Because I don't... Yeah. It doesn't. So, yeah. It's kind of pointless. You just find it. That's it. Okay, so if you run up here, talk to these guys. Nashers have about 90 HP. Oh yeah, that's Frog's critical hit right there. That is Luca's critical hit. So you've gotten to see every single critical hit animation so far in this Let's Play. At least for the playable characters that we have.
Hey, what's with those guys? No need for them in here. It's almost my shift. I hate pretending to be human. It's so repulsive.
This that I'm talking to right now, this is a Naga-et. So imagine a sexy picture of this. Burp. The ones we ate so recently weren't so bad. And those 2 soldiers we caught look rather plump and juicy.
Yak was so smart. His plan to capture the Chancellor and take his place worked perfectly. Now the Queen's captive and the castle's in an uproar. This is rich.
I'll look on Magus' statue before my shift. Alright, we'll talk to these guys in a second. I'm just going to grab all this treasure. Ooh, yay. Might use one of those.
Are you here to save the Queen? Oh, what a relief!
There was no need for you to come and rescue me. The Master Yakker is very kind. I've decided to stay here. Now why don't you make yourselves at home, too?
How nice of you to come. I'm sure Yakker will be just as pleased. Why not rest here until he's available?
Alright, item. I have 4 ethers. I can afford one. Alright, that's good enough. Okay. Dearest Magus, your flashing eyes like stars and flowing hair like waves atop the sea. Oh, man. No sad sunny day nor any frightful bright place can get us down. As long as you're near, there's nothing to fear. Magus, oh Magus, our hero Magus. Got 1 speed belt. Now, if you talk to this statue, it just sings the song again. There it is. Oh, man. Defender just ups your stamina. Speed belt ups your speed. So what I might do is, instead of giving her the bandana, I may give her the speed belt just to give her a little bit of a boost. I think that'll work. Okay. So, now, if you want to fight every one of these people in this place, you can talk to this guy, which is the guy that you just talked to in that room down below. So just to kind of show you, come join us and sing your funeral dirge. So now, Cyclone, Combination, Flame Toss, So there we go. Oh man, that kicked her ass. Yay! I hate that slow spell. But I'm not going to waste the heal on it, because it just disappears after the battle. Aha! There it is! Learn the dual tech, X-Strike. So now, and I'll show it off here in another battle, but basically, X-Strike. Frog uses 2, Chrono uses 2. This is a very powerful tech, and we're going to be seeing a lot of it in this particular episode. Don't be in such a hurry. Enjoy yourselves first. Hee hee. Nashers. I should have known. Alright, let's do X-Strike on this guy. This so I can kind of show it off. BAM! That's why they call it X-Strike. Ow. Oh! Kicked his butt. And Frog leveled up. Alright. So now we want to kind of move through the dungeon a little bit more. We're going to have to fight these guys, though. It's the unfortunate part. Alrighty. That helps a lot. This is going to do a lot of damage, though, because they're all on a line. And there it is. Let me see here. There we go. Okay. So now, if you wanted to know what a shelter does, this is what a shelter does. Restores all of your HP and MP at save points. It will also do it on the world map if you just do it on the world map. And so we're going to save here. This chapter's called The Queen is Gone. And when we return, we will finish this particular dungeon. We will fight Yakra, rescue the Queen. Can we do it? Well, find out next time. This is Russ, signing off.